very welcome to all of you in the daily videos section. Today we'll discuss about the challenges India faces in managing relations in the neighborhood. So international relations, especially the neighbors, is very important for us. So before going ahead, let's understand the Indian subcontinent. So what is the Indian subcontinent? It contains India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. So these are the continents, Indian subcontinent, and it has all the countries. Now India is the biggest nation, and our policy in the past few decades have always been to make a good relations. And we have a policy called today India neighborhood first policy. Okay, so neighborhood first policy that we have. Historically, we had Gujarat Doctrine. Okay, so all these, the objective was how we make good relations with our neighbors. Now, India has always faced a challenge. Even during British period, we faced multiple challenges, and one of the challenge was that there was a struggle. How do we India maintain the primacy in the region, and even after independence, we are facing the problem. So let's analyze this. There are 5 reasons which stand out. The first is a very gory and you can say very unfortunate partition which India faced in 1947. So the partition of the subcontinent was a big challenge, and here it created division on because Pakistan was created on the basis of two nation theory. So division was created on religious line, and the differences started. Later on, the problems of settling boundaries, interstate, inter-country water river dispute, rights to the minorities. How do we ensure goods, and goods movement of people and goods across? So that has been always been there, and that burden still continues. This is the first reason. The second is India is surrounded by China, which is one of a very strong country, and the China got unified in 1949, and since then China has been able to capture the Xinjiang province, the Tibet province, the Tibet area, and now India and China have a border issue. We have a border dispute, and they are pushing India, and the bilateral ties have been today at its lowest point in past few decades. So that is one of the problem that also constrained India's, you can say, having good relations with other countries, because China is meddling in all the affairs, whether Indian Ocean is concerned, whether relation with Pakistan is concerned, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, everywhere you see, China angle coming. The third is India's choice. So in the India's economic choice from 1950 to 1990 has been, closed economy. We closed the economy, and we followed deglobalization of the economy. But after that, we opened the economy in 1991 under new economic policy, liberalization, privatization, globalization जो है होना start हुआ, and we also promoted regionalism. Bodies like SAARC was created, BIMSTEC was created. We tried to co-align with ASEAN group, and the idea was how do we make good economic progress, keeping our national interests here. But there have been problems and there have been challenges. Now India is still, we cannot say that India is doing very well, but our regional connectivity is concerned with the SAARC nations, that they have not been very good, and that India is aware of. We are putting effort, but the dynamic relation which India have with other countries, that is kind of a problem. All the countries, your neighborhood countries, they see India as as a big neighbor, as a big country, and that creates doubt and suspicion also among them, and that is one of the big challenges which we face. Okay, so integrating India's, we have to ensure that our foreign policy and economic policy, they co-align, and we have to ensure that the dispute between the nation are resolved properly. For example, recently India banned onion exports, so that impacted Bangladesh because Bangladesh is dependent on Indian onion. But there have been good example also. We start relations. We recently ferry service was started with Maldives. So that is the third problem. The fourth one is the rise of political agency in the neighborhood. Now remember, in neighborhood, whether you talk about Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, there are always forces, there are elites group who are against India. For example, in Bangladesh, Bangladeshi Nationalist Party, BNP, they have an anti-India approach. In Pakistan, in China, Nepal, we have lot of political parties. They have anti-India approach, and that needs to change. And remember, whenever there's a difference, The difference are capitalized by people who do not want India to forge good relations with the neighbors. So that is also one of the problems that India is facing, and we have to try to maybe re-engage, or maybe try to look out a way in which we can improve this. Then the influence of domestic policy on foreign policy, politics. Sorry, domestic politics on foreign policy. So we have Tamil issue. So Tamil issue creates problem between India and Sri Lanka. In Tamil Nadu, Sinhala majority, can they give maybe preference, or they can restore the rights of minorities there? Can New Delhi ignore the sentiments of India, Indian state of Tamil Nadu? So that is one problem. Similarly, in with the, if I talk about Nepal, the Madeshis, which have relation close to India, they are also there. So there's a political problem going on there. We have a problem with the Bangladesh also, where the Teesta water agreement has not been concluded due to political reasons. So domestic politics somewhere impact the foreign policy, and for that we have to convince the various state political leaders that this is very important, because if we don't have good relations and if the small petty issues are not resolved properly, we cannot see a very strong positive growth of the Indian subcontinent. So what is the way forward quickly? You can use these points in your answers. Timely response to problem. If there is a problem will be there, always remember, but they should be resolved. And we have to ensure that the small issues, they do not become big. Okay. Now India has to take the first lead. We have to ensure that economic policy, they converge with the interests of those countries. India has natural geographical advantage that can be, that benefit can be given to countries. For example, Nepal is landlocked, so we can help them. There are important elements of any successful management of India's perennial neighborhood challenges. Okay, so these have to be taken care, and then things will start improving. The neighborhood first policy is the prime approach. We have to reach out, we have to give unilateral concession as per Gujarat doctrine, and the problem will be there, but the solution oriented approach is there. The whole South Asian community is bounded by interconnectivity in terms of culture, ethnic, religion, belief system, and that is the converging point. So we have to use soft diplomacy in engaging, and we have to ensure that India has good relations with neighbor, because if we have good relations, then only we can see strong positive outcome in long run. Okay, so you can use these points in your mains answers. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.